Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Okay, you guys, today I was just talking, we were just talking, and we had like a little ice storm or whatever today. And my girlfriend like, what you gonna do today? And I said, well, I'm gonna chill. Ain't really nothing I can do because it's ice everywhere. And that ice can be hard on you, you know. It also be dangerous, so I don't, do with the ice. I can tolerate the snow, but that ice, I can let somebody else have that one. I can't do it. But anyway, we was talking, and I said, well, I'm finna go in my basement since I can't go out for my walk. I'm finna go in my basement, do some stretches and crunches and stuff, and just walk around my basement and get a little exercise in. Might do that for like 20 minutes or so. And we got to talking about like things as far as like health wise and stuff like that. And like I explained to her, I said if it was work today for us, I probably still would not have went because it's ice out there. And I know a lot of us, we have to do what we got to do because we have to pay the bills. We got to make sure the house is functioning and stuff like that. So we got to get out there and make our money, And so she works, and then she do DoorDash. And she said, well, I'm going to have to get out in a minute, do this DoorDash and stuff like that. And I said, oh, okay. So I was explaining to her that the way how I perceive things now as I done got older is getting up, going to a job, that's fine. But when it's time for me to leave a job and retire, or I come into some type of money, whatever come first, I don't want to be in a situation where I'm broke down and tore down because I done gave this job 30 years, 100% of me. Then it was time for me to give myself 100% of me. I don't have it. My legs hurt. I get up, I'm hopping. Ooh, you're sitting down on the couch and you just going off in dreamland. So I try to do things that keep me healthy, and one of them is walking or trying to do exercises and things like that, or taking vitamins, or taking like this stuff right here, like collagen powder is good for your your muscles, and I think your skin and your joints. So I try to do things to be healthy because I want to stay that way, because when that time comes, and hopefully it be coming soon for me, I want to be able to enjoy life. I don't want to be broke down. Then we might go somewhere, let's go on a hiking trip, and I won't be able to hike because my legs hurt, And that's one thing I learned as I got older, when you go out, the places like just different places in general. It can be Home Depot, Lowe's, it can be anywhere. And you see older individuals and they still working. And a lot of them do it because of the companionship. A lot of them stay by themselves. They don't have anybody to talk to. No, So they get out and they work to get them something to do. And I understand that. And you might have some of them that work because they have to, with everything going on, and you just don't know. And a lot of them, they pushing 80, and you say, Lord willing, only God is in control of that. Lord willing, I don't want to be working nobody's job in my 80s. Lord willing, even if it's for companionship or, but you start to see more and more of that. People working, longer, and a lot of people tell them if they figure if they sit down, I done had somebody told me that if they sit down, they think that's going to be it, so they want to keep working. But when it's enough, it's enough, and I ask myself, when it's enough, it's enough. And you seeing more of that. Then it's like, okay, they cutting down on this or cutting down on that, so I have to go out and get another job. But it's like, okay, you pushing 80. or even more. And I said, wow, ooh wee, you just pray and God have you and cover you, but you don't have to be doing that, but you do see more and more of that. And especially where I work, it's a lot of that, you know. Um, and I said, wow. And it's good, they can still be able, but you can also tell they probably don't really need to be doing that because you can see certain things within them. But that's not for me to say. But I just hope that I don't have to be one of those in my 80s or 80 plus and still trying to work somebody's job, because it's a whole world out there, you guys. And you look out there, you know, we might not see it. I can still hear the ice out there. Somebody driving, you can hear it ran down the street. You can hear the ice. They crunching on it in their car. It's a whole world out there. If you got to get up, go to bingo, get up and walk, go to Walmart. As I remember, it was this McDonald's I used to go to. It was on 12 Mile. No, it wasn't on 12 Mile. That McDonald's was like on 10 Mile. Yep, it was on 10 Mile. So when I used to do my shopping, I always stop at that McDonald's or go in there. I'm an early riser. That's just me. So I might just stop in there. And I used to always see if it's this table. It was at McDonald's. Never forget it. This would be before that variant came around. I used to go in there. And it was these guys. I guess they was retired from somewhere. And I guess they, stayed in contact and they meet up. They would be sitting down at that McDonald's table. They would have their cup of coffee, McDonald's coffee. And then sometime they'd be eating breakfast. And I used to see them folks all the time. And it's like they meet up. And it was, and I should see that. And it was, white and black people all mingling. And they was older gentlemen. They was older guys. And they used to sit there. I used to be like, wow. When they meet up. That was something they was doing to get out the house. And they would meet their buddies and have a hot cup of coffee, some breakfast, and talk. And I said, well, that's something. They getting out the house and, they still mingling and having conversation with people. That's something to do. And I said, wow, but getting older and you walking on a cane and you coming up in somebody's job and you older, it's like, well, okay, when is that break come in? So that's one thing I be wondering, when is it, and why is we seeing more and more of this? That's the question. So that's just my take of it, like my friend, she DoorDash and she worked another job. She was working full-time at like a medical billing place. Then with that little stuff that came around in 2020, y'all know what I'm talking about. People were leaving and all this type of stuff, and she left because it's like, okay, and then she came back and she started doing DoorDash and all this type of stuff. And I was like, when do you think enough is enough? And she said, well, she said, if you feel that you in good health and you in good health, that's the key. She said, there's nothing wrong with you working, in your 80s and something. She said, but if you know that you having some type of health challenge, and she said, I do think it's time to hang it up. And she said, like DoorDash, she said, I enjoy DoorDash. She said, I meet people, and she have a teenage son with her. I guess they put in the orders, and then when they go, he'll run up on the porch or whatever and drop the food off. And she said, I like what I do. She said, I'm able to be my own boss, work my own hours. She said, get the extra money. And she said, what I make doing DoorDash is what I do working at this, this job here I work. And she said, but I'm able to make my own hours. I'm able to get up. She said, I don't have to be getting up, working for somebody else where I got to get up at 5 o'clock in the morning. She said, I don't have to do that. And if I do, that's my choice. And she said, she really liked what she do, you know. And I'm like, wow. And she said that's something. She said if a person don't want to be sitting up there working for nobody else and going by their own rules, she said, hey, she said, there's money out here different ways. She said you can make it. And then she left the whole working thing because she worked part-time now. Like I said, at the job, she worked part-times now at what's that grocery store? Was it Myers? She worked part-times at Myers. And that's one grocery store I do not shop. To me they higher than Kroger's. But Myers, she worked there. And she said she worked there and she liked it. She get paid weekly. She said, I love it. But she said, DoorDash, she said, I like that even better. You know, so when it's enough, it's enough. I done seen older people do DoorDash too, because I done seen the videos. These people, you know, they older and they doing DoorDash and stuff like that. But what you guys think? Leave in the comments below. What do you think is the perfect time or age when someone should hang it up? Or you don't think, hey, if they can ride it to 100, let them ride it to 100. So what do you guys think? You know, because I see things outside the box. When I wake up in the morning and I open that blind and don't let that sun be shining, the first thing my mind go to a beach, warm at, sand. Wow. So when I start to visualizing that, I know it's a world out there just waiting for me. You see what I'm saying? So on that note, you guys, please leave it in the comment. When do you think is enough is enough? What do you think is the appropriate age when you should hang it on the nails? Or do you think you should be one of them ride or die? Hey, if you can ride it out, ride it out. I'm just curious to see what you think. And on that note, I'll catch you in the next one. See you guys.